What's up, Backstretchers? You are on the Backstretch, presented by Gans Race Cars and Parts. Tune in for your local racetrack results and series results from the Mid-East Racing Association, the Blue Ridge Outlaws, and the Steel Block Bandits on Monday nights. It's showtime! And welcome back to a Wednesday night edition of On the Backstretch. We've been gone for a few weeks. Had internet problems last week. Yeah.
He left for Eldora.
He left for Eldora. We did not.
I left for Eldora.
I had to go to work. But we do have results from 2 weeks ago and this past weekend. This past weekend, a lot of rain. Whitfield rained out. Cherokee rained out. Princeton was off. Metro Bridge run and Carolina run. So we have Metro Bridge and Carolina's results. I don't have pictures, but I do have the results.
It's more than just Metro Bridge and Carolina.
I said it for this week. Those was from last week. And then, of course, the upcoming results. And, of course, everybody's seen the news that Oak Level Raceway permit denial was overturned today, and they will be racing starting in March of 2026. So good luck to Bo Miller and company. He said he's going to be running Friday nights, so that'll be good. It'll be a racetrack on Fridays again, close by the house.
Yep.
Because Carolina was about the only one running on Friday, wasn't they? Mm-hmm. Before we get too far along, I want to thank our sponsors real quick. Check out Phillip and Cambridge Gann for all your race car parts and fabrication needs, located on K School Road in Mayodan, North Carolina. Go check out Gann's Race Cars and Parts. NRS Race Scoring for all your transponder and scoring needs, the official score of the Mid-East Racing Association. Go check them out on Facebook at NRS Race Scoring. Too Fast for You embroidery. That is Tanja Gann, in-house at Gann's Race Cars and Parts. Need them hats done, shirts, sweatshirts, monograms. Go check out Tanja Gann at Too Fast for You embroidery. She'll take care of all your embroidery needs. Located on K School Road in Gann's Race Cars and Parts. Vinyl adds horsepower at Randy's Custom Lettering, located in Wannaco, North Carolina. Go check out Randy and Chris for all your vinyl signage and decal needs. You can check them out on Facebook at Randy's Custom Lettering or give them a call at 336-591-9301. Special thanks to Travis Covey with TC Construction. The driver of the Goliath chassis, TC Construction, Penske Racing Shocks, number 05 machine. Along with the teammate and sponsor of the Gann's Race Cars and Parts, Airport Drive-In, TC Construction, Penske Racing Shocks, number 45, the Maverick Cambridge Gann. The dynamic duo make up the Maverick Goose team that will bring back the love and feeling in 2025. So go check them out at a racetrack near you running the 602, a modified division. The T-shirt guru of Travis Lawson with Stokes Apparel. If your race team, ball team, business is looking for apparel, go check out Travis Lawson at Stokes Apparel. You can find him on Facebook at Stokes Apparel or online at www.stokesapparel.com. Special thanks to Jason and Brittany Walls with the Mid-East Racing Association. Your home for your True Light Federal Credit Union Mid-East Street Stocks. The Sheets Mid-East Modified Tour, your Rick Hendrick City Chevrolet Mid-East 602 late models, and in its debut season, the Pro Fabrication Headers and Exhaust Mid-East 525 late models. For all your rules and schedules, go check out racemideast.com. Need trash hauled? Call Capital Waste. Their team is ready to help you determine the right product for your needs. Offering roll-off dumpster rentals and also portable toilet rentals in 2 convenient locations, one at 1668 Park Drive in Mount Airy, North Carolina. The other at 730 Oak Ridge Farms Highway in Mooresville, North Carolina. Give them a call today at 336 568 8009 or check them out at capitalwastetrash.com.
And thanks to all our great sponsors. I'm sorry for the blinking back and forth, but it won't play on my end. And there's Bumperjack Craig. Hopefully he'll stick in here and help me out with some of this Carolina stuff because I am not a fan of race monitor results because it is a nightmare sometimes trying to get the results to come out right. But we will start with 2 weeks ago, the 29th and 30th of August, with River Wars Round 3 plus Crown Vics and East Coast super sprints at Carolina Speedway, your action track. If I can find the right one. There it is. And picking up the win in the street stocks was Mr. Excitement himself, the 44P of Jeff Parsons. Finishing second was the 83 of Caleb McLaughlin. Batman Billy Thompson finishing third. Fourth going to the 01 L of Patrick Line. Kelly Fector in the 1ST was fifth. Sixth going to the 01 of Tyler Hyatt. Seventh going to the 33 of Dale McKenzie. Eighth, the 40B of TJ Bolin. And around the ninth car field was the sixth of Randy Benfield.
What is it?
It's the S1.
No.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah. Is it Renegade Sportsman? I mean, I don't.
That's right. That one was not listed. No, I think that is Thunder Bomber.
Thunder Bomber?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay. Well, your Thunder Bomber feature winner was the S1 of Bryson Sweat. Second went to the 28 of Colby Waits. Third was the 75 EC of James Carpenter. Fourth was the 7 of Brian Mullis. Fifth was the 40 of Todd Bolin. Sixth went to the 15T of Ethan Truesdale. Seventh was the 316 of Isaac Thomas. Eighth was the 58 of Billy Joe Winnie. Ninth was the 43 of Jacob Funderburg. And right out your top 10 was the 12X of Benji Knight.
Then out for the Pro 4s, it was the 51 machine of what?
That ain't a Pro 4.
It ain't. What is it? I am not a fan of race monitor. That's the reason right here. I'm going to quit doing race monitor results. Let me see if I can get it. Let's tell you who the winner was here. I don't know what class it is.
I can tell which one it ain't.
That's Thunder Bomber race. That was wild. Four different leaders broke in 4 laps.
Okay, so this was that's the Thunder Bombers. Is that what it's saying?
I'm not, like I said, I am confused because Thunder Bombers was not labeled on Carolina's My Race Pass. I mean, not My Race Pass, but Race Monitor. I wish they had My Race Pass. I can get the results better. Something pulled all my feed out. I can't load nothing here. The video's not playing. I'm assuming we're still here. I'm trying to figure out who this is that won. Unless Jack Craig can throw something out there real quick. I know we're in a little bit of delay. Give me just a second. I'm trying to pull back up the 29th and 30th results. Because what's on race monitor and what's on my screen does not match. Oh. Here we go. So the 51 was Pro Force. What were we? I can't remember what we was on. He said, that's Brandon Wright. That was the S1. That's the one you done a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jack Craig, this is what was posted on Carolina for the 29th. And it says the S1 was a Bryson Sweet was the Thunder Bomber winner. What'd you just do?
The S1.
The S1?
Yes.
Which was that one?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It's the one that didn't say.
The S1 was Thunder Bombers. Okay. And then we had the 51. That's not the 51. I have no clue who that is. All right. The 51 was Pro Force. Jerry Oliver Jr. in the 51 machine finished first. Second went to the 7 of Patrick Annas. Third went to 97 of Eric Oliphant. Fourth was the 4 of Scott Jones. Brandon Marshall in the 18 was fifth. 44R of Clayton Ross was sixth. Seventh goes to the 04 of Dawson Warlick. James Lancaster in the B1 was eighth. Ninth goes to 44 of Janet Ham. And round out your top 10 was the 121 of Jacob Kinder.
Your Renegade Sportsman feature winner was the 4 of Jonathan Henson. Second went to the 53 of Benji Knight. Third was the 11 of Cade Langley. Fourth went to the 82 of Paul Visage. Fifth was the 78 of Hunter Funderburk. Sixth went to the 28N of Nick Milstead. Seventh was the 00J of Jackson Thomason. Eighth was the 24 of Christian Patterson. Ninth was the 2 of Carl Murray. And round out your top 10 was the 822 of Bud Clary.
Then we're going to roll into Crown Vics, and it was the 3 machine of Justin Truitt picking up the win. The 07 of Hunter McManus was second. Third goes to the 16 of Andrew Baker. The 212 of Jamie Majors was fourth. Fifth going to the 14 of Jason Ledford. The 1 of Daryl Jordan was sixth. Seventh goes to the 5R of Blake Rollins. Austin Pinnell in the 96A was eighth. Ninth goes to Michael McKay in the 65 machine. And round out your top 10 was the 32 of James Hilton.
Your East Coast Super Sprint feature winner was the 44 of Johnny Petrozzelli.
Petrozzelli sounds good.
I'm trying to pronounce it. Second went to the 7 of Camden Jackson. Third was the 19W of Jackson Willman. Fourth was the 218 of Dylan Thrower. Fifth was the 5M of Sean Mott. Sixth went to the 12 of Jason Gullidge. Seventh was the 5R of Stephen Wren. Eighth was the 23 of David Carswell. Ninth went to the 07 of Johnny Briggs. And round out your top 10 was the 77 of Andy Stiegel.
And Jack Craig just posted the Crown Vic race that night is the night that Monday Stowe picked up some extra hood pins that he pulled out of somebody else's car. And then for the Hornets, it was the 81A of Avery White picking up the win. The 0 of TJ Slack was second. Third, going to the 417 of Shannon Barnhill. Anthony Dallas in the 33D was fourth. Fifth, going to the 28 of Daryl Moffitt. Joe Beam in the 26 was sixth. Seventh goes to the 27M of Keitha Martin. Eighth was the 4 of Isaac McClure. Ninth was the 16 of James Horton. And round out top 10 was the 328 of Chris Gardner. And that will round out your results for Carolina Speedway on August the 29th. Then we're going to go to Ararat, run Friday night non-winners races. I do not have pictures of the non-winners races. But some new winners at Ararat this year.
Your 602, well, no, I'm sorry. Your Crate Lake, I forgot they run 604s and 602s together.
Mhm.
Your Dirt Late Model, Crate Late Model feature winner was the 1W of Dylan Watson. Second went to the 46 of Andrew Lankford. Third was the 76 of Andrew Sewell. Fourth went to the 302 of Bill Tesh. Fifth was the 51 of Travis Larson. Sixth went to the 11A of Andrew Olson. And I guess seventh was the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. I didn't think Ruggiero actually run the race because he had already won a race up there this year.
Yeah, I think he was just practicing that car.
Pretty sure seventh was actually Dale Durham. Eighth was Rob Favre, and 10th or 9th was the C9 of Brian Crispin.
And then we roll into the 602 modifieds. And it was Donkey Kong, Ronnie Covey in the 50 machine picking up the win in a non-winners race. Dennis Kirk in the 71 was second. Adrian Rosselli in the 12 machine was third. Clay Shoemaker in 117 was fourth. Fifth going to Keith Wagner in the 77 machine. Cameron Dove in the 403 was sixth. Seventh goes to Greg Callahan Jr. And then Randy Poff finishing eighth in the 22 machine. Did not start was Charles Preeman in the 47.
Then in your Crown Vic feature, the 00 of Alan Ham was your feature winner. Second went to the 20 of Madeline Stamper. Third was the C5 of Jamie Hopkins. Fourth going to the 14 of Jamie Lockhart. And rounding out your 5-car field was the 51 of Ryan Oakes.
Then we roll into the stock fours, which is their front wheel drive division. The 18 machine of Tanner Bromfield picked up the win. Brandon Collins in 58 was second. Jacob Louder in the 22L was third. Fourth went to winner William Turner in the 54 machine. John Coe in the 3 machine was fifth. Sixth went to Nate Young. Seventh was Jonathan Sullivan in the J3. And eighth went to Jamie Chrisley in the 26th.
And then your Pro 4 feature winner was the GOAT, Dylan Warden, picking up the feature win in the 2 machine. Second going to the G9 of Greg Golding. Third going to the 187 of John Boy Nix. Fourth was the 9 of Wayne Kendricks. And round out the 5-car field was the 775 of Dennis Crook.
And that rounds out your Friday night. Friday night results of the Ararat. We'll slide into Natural Bridge. This was the American All-Stars. Was it Crystal Crown or something like that? Crystal Cup.
Maybe. Crystal Cup. I think that's what it
But 602s, it was Ryan LaRue in the 20 machine picking up the win. Tim Stallnacker in the 11 machine was second. Third went to Norman Dudley Jr. in the 14 machine. Fourth going to Chopsaw, Matt Duggins in the 99 machine. Devin Baher in the 21 machine was fifth. Sixth going to the 22 of Samuel Hamilton. Seventh going to the 10H of Stephen Harrison. Bryce Smith in the 4 machine was eighth. Ninth going to the 5D of Dylan Hocknager. And then 10th going to the 36 of Darren Critchfield.
Then in your pure stock feature winner went to the 11 of Robert Tyree. Second going to the 3 of Aiden Mead. Third was the 66 of Mac Ayers. Fourth went to the 22 of Matthew Hamilton. Fifth going to the 17 of Braddock Pruitt. Sixth was the 08 of Jacob McCormick. Seventh went to the 18W of Braddock Wheeler. And rounding out the 8-car field was the 241 of Andy Hunt.
Then we roll into mini wedges. It was the 2A of Addison Rhodes picking up the win. 14A of Aaliyah Jarvis was second. Third, going to the 10H of Brody Harrison. Fourth, the 10 of Stephen Lusher. Corbin Kincaid in the 12 machine was fifth. Joel Ramsey in the 59 was sixth. Seventh, going to the 23 of Marshall Stinnett. Owen Rankin in the 72 was eighth. Ninth, going to Logan Jarvis. 10th, going to the 11 of Colton Lilly. And around that 11 car field was the 99 of Jax Walker.
Then in your American All-Star Series 604 feature winner, it was the 22 of Jeremy Steele picking up the 5,000 to win Crystal Cup. Finishing in the second position was the 002 of Tyler Arrington. Third went to the 9 of Zach Seiss. Fourth was the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. Fifth went to the 15 Jr. of Ronnie Martin Jr. Sixth went to the 8 of Joe Lavelle. Seventh was the 7W of Justin Williams. Eighth went to the 73 of Trevor Seiss. Ninth was the 17 of Logan Roberson. And round out in the 10th position was the G4 of Trent Ivy.
And that'll round out your results for Natural Bridge Speedway on August the 30th. Then we'll go back to air. That's the wrong one. Oh, that's the end of that one. That's right. Y'all get to look at us ugly mugs for a few minutes. We'll go back to Air for their Saturday night show, regular event. We'll start with the Dirt Crate late models. I do not have pictures of these guys. I didn't get time to go on Rebecca Perry's and find the pictures. But Daniel Parker picking up the win in the 10 machine. 5-0, somebody called the Popo. Joey Johnson finishing second. Dylan Watson in the 1W finishing third. Nathan Walker in the 44 and 22, the 22 machine finishing fourth. Bill Tesh in the 302 finishing fifth. Ronnie Covey in the 50 finishing sixth. Andrew Olson in 11A was seventh. Eighth going to the 46 of Andrew Langford. Rob Favre in the 39 machine was ninth. And round out your top 10 was a 76 of Aaron Sewell.
And your Crown Vic feature winner was the 51 of Michael Whitlock. Second, going to the 50 of Justin Pruitt. Third was the 00 of Alan Ham. Fourth went to the 4 of Thomas Hensley. Fifth was the 20 of Madeline Stamper. Sixth went to the 51, I think, 51-0.
510, 51-0, something like that.
I think it's 51-0 of Ryan Oakes. Seventh was the C5 of Jamie Hopkins. Eighth went to the 88 of Brad Holt. Ninth was the 911 of Fred Stem Jr. And rounding out your top 10 was the M1 of Justin Murray.
And then we rolled out for 602, the TC Construction 602 Modifieds. And it was a 00 of Preston Blaylock picking up the win. Second goes to Maverick Cambridge Gain, the 45 machine. Jake Barnacastle on that 2J machine finishing third. Poff Daddy, Randy Poff finishing fourth in the 22 machine. Top 5 for Clay Shoemaking that 117 machine. Adrian Rosselli in the 12 machine finishing sixth. Seventh going to Gary Jarrett in the 7. Drew Benfield in the B7 was eighth. Ninth goes to Dennis Kirk in the 71. And round out your top 10 was Cameron Dove in the 403 machine.
Then your stock 4 feature winner was the 5X of Grayson Cooley. Second went to the 33G of Austin Gilmans. Third was the 5 of Ethan Atwell. Fourth went to the 22L of Jacob Louder. Fifth was the 18 of Tanner Broomfield. Sixth went to the 94 of Dylan Knapp. Seventh was the J3 of Jonathan Sullivan. Eighth went to the 58 of Brandon Collins. Ninth was the 27 of JT Goins. And round out your top 10 was the 89 of Mike Reed.
Then we roll into Pro 4s. And it was Everett Dunlap in the 50 machine picking up the win. The 01 of Cody Verbos was second. Third, going to the 70 machine of Luke Golden. Tim Ingram in the P23 was fourth. Fifth, going to Dennis Crook in the 775. Billy Klein in the 69 machine was sixth. Michael Christian in the 7 machine finishing seventh. Eighth going to red, Wayne Kendrick in the 9 machine. Ninth going to John Boy Nix in the 187 machine. And right out your top 10 was Danny Henning in the 23 machine. Did somebody pick up the bounty?
Pretty sure that did.
The Danny Henning had the bounty on him, $1,000 bounty.
Your vintage full body stock cars, which was just vintage. Your feature winner was the 1 of Kyle Barnes. Second went to the 96 of Russell Daniel. Third was the 17 of Trey Baker. Fourth went to the 01 of Ronnie Harris. Fifth went to the 03 of Mike Halting? I don't know how to say that. Do you?
Hutaling? I don't know. That's a good one there. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to move on. Sixth went to the 99 of William Dalton. Seventh was the 1J of Tristan Barnes. And finishing eighth was the 21 of Austin Willard. Yeah, got me stumped.
And then we're going to roll into Cherokee Speedway, the place your mama warned you about. Up first, going to be the Shannon's Towing Thunder Bombers. And it was Mark Towell in that 97T picking up the win. Second going to Taylor Johnson in the 10T machine. Russell Williford in the 14 was third. Grant Parr in the 7 machine was fourth. Fifth going to Blake Pryor in the 48 machine. Cruz Madison in the 05 was sixth. Seventh goes to Stetson Todd in the 19 machine. Eighth goes into the 4 of Landon Davis. Ninth, the S1 of Brian Sweet. And around at your top 10 was the S2 of Garrett Sweet.
In your 602 late model feature win went to the 51 of Luke Clements. Second went to the 2 of Wyatt Coffey. Third went to the 10 of Daniel Parker. Fourth went to the 99D of Dale Durham. Fifth was the 62 of Jason Alexander. Sixth went to the 29 of Brett Grube. Seventh was the 75 of Joey Whitaker. Eighth went to the 55 of Giovanni Baker. Ninth was the 41 of Doug Bragg. And round out your top 10 was the 9 of John Marshall Pursley.
Then we roll out to the mini stocks. It was Tyler Riddle in the 96 machine picking up the win. Second going to Austin Brown in the 04 machine. Matt Gilbert in the 117 was third. Fourth going to the 51 of Cody Keith. Fifth going to Nate Jackson in the 4 machine. Travis Mosley in the 19N was sixth. Seventh going to the 10 of Logan Ritchie. Patrick Annas in the 7 machine was eighth. Ninth going to the X of Kevin Cooper. And round out your top 10 was Philip Wilson in the 04 PW.
Then we'll roll into your Crown Vic feature. Your feature winner in the Crown Vics was the 97 of Casey Towell. Second went to the 12 of Daniel Holcomb. Third was the 133 of Blake Murray. Fourth went to the 2 of Barry Bryant. Fifth was the 06 of Dale Bennett. Sixth went to the 26 of Michael Grant. Seventh was the 96A of Austin Pennell. Eighth went to the 122 of Ashley Parker. Ninth was the 89 of Alex Womble. I hope I said that right. And 10th was the 85 of Ronnie Johnson.
Up next was your Carolina Clash Super Late Models. And it was Clay Harris in the 6 machine picking up the win. Second going to Hales Bales, Ross Bales in the 16B machine. Leighton Sullivan piloting that Rambo 2 machine finishing third. Casey Robertson in 101 was fourth. Jeff Smith in the 70 machine was fifth. Brent Robinson in the 3 machine was sixth. Seventh going to Gavin Cowan. Yeah, Cowan in the 19 machine. Eighth going to the 215 of Jamison McBride. Ninth going to the 9 machine of Dalton Peavy. And round out your top 10 was a 93 machine of Donovan Jackson.
In your Extreme 4, your feature winner went to the 34 M of Chris Meadows. Second went to the 11 of Casey Towell. Third was the 3C of Scott Collinger. Fourth went to the 33 of Cody Lambert. Fifth was the 58 of Kason Bright. Sixth went to the Bandit of Dale Bennett. Seventh was the 19 of Willie Fowler. Eighth was the 12 of Trevor Russell. Ninth went to the 88 of Alyssa Kelly. And round out your top 10 was the 113 of Tristan Woody.
And that rounded out all your results for the place your mama wondered about, Cherokee Speedway. Then we'll roll into the Crystal Cup at With Raceway on Sunday, August 31st. And I don't think do I have pictures? No, I do not. I do not have pictures of these. But the With Eyes 602 modifies, it was J.R. Davis in the 7D machine picking up the win. Damian Sage in the 58 was second. Justin Blevins in the 50 was third. Fourth going to the 15 of Morgan Widener. Blake Hedrick in the 3B was fifth. Billy Klein finishing sixth in that 69 machine. Seventh going to Jacob Johnson. And round out your 8-car field was the 22 of Tommy Greger.
Your Eisenbach Super Street feature winner went to the 94 of Randy Taylor. Second was the 88 of Michael Deskins. Third went to the 8 of Jerry Dillow. Fourth was the 40 of Keith Griffiths. Fifth went to the 29 of Callan Parks. Sixth was the 60 of Jacob Thomas. Seventh went to the 5 of Chuck Kinzer. Eighth was the 53 of Dylan Cox. Ninth was the 78 of Joey Dillard. And round out your top 10 was the 27 of Dustin Dowell.
And that'll roll us into the Pro Minis, and it was Derek Ferris in the 23 machine picking up the win. Kevin Atwell in the 95 machine was second. Justin Ferris in the 45 was third. Fourth going to Aaron Bowles in the 3 machine. Billy Klein in the 69 was fifth. Sixth going to the 8 machine of Andrew Hudgens. Eli Richardson in the 17R was seventh. Eighth going to the 44 of John Broyce Jr. Ninth going to Logan Austin in the 23W. And rounding out your top 10 was Matt White in the 22 machine.
And then we'll roll into your U-Car feature winner. Went to the 13 of Travis Quisenberry. Second went to the 17 of Will Hollister. Third was the 4 of Daniel Wright. Fourth went to the D2 of Danny Tate. Fifth was the 41 of Matthew Worrell. Sixth went to the 6 of Daniel Hanshaw. Seventh was the 22 of Jacob Loader. Eighth went to the 02 of Brandon Brooks. Ninth was the 34 of Ricky Ward. And round out your top 10 was the 5 of Ethan Atwell.
And then we roll out for Kid Cars, and it was the 34 machine of Eli Richardson picking up the win. Second going to the 83 machine of Colton Serber. Declan Quillen in the 9 machine was third, and round out the 4-car field was Madison Dumpford in the 69 machine.
And then in your American All-Star Crystal Cup, went to the 17 of the CVR House car of Hayden Cardwell. Second went to the 9 of Zach Seiss. Third was the 55 double nickel of Benji Hicks. Fourth went to the 002 of Tyler Arrington. Fifth was the 6 of Dylan Brown. Sixth went to the 73 of Trevor Seiss. Seventh was the 44 of John Ruggiero Jr. Eighth went to the G4 of Trent Ivy. Ninth was the 5 of Colby Quick. And round out your top 10 was the 8 of Joe Lavelle.
And last up on the card at With Raceway was the Klein Towing Crown Vicks, and it was Justin Tate in the T8 machine picking up the win. Alex Eastridge in the 00 was second. Third went to Atticus King in the 07 machine. Caroline King in the 12 was fourth. And rounding out your top 5 was track preparer Perry Brown in the 10 machine. Apparently. And then, of course, the Modified Mafia was at County Line Raceway.
County Line.
Over 2 weeks ago.
Your feature winner in the Modified Mafia UMP Modified was the 99W of Chris Arnold. Finishing second was the 5T of Ty Norder. Third was the 90 of Ray Cable. Fourth was the 8A of Austin Holcomb. Fifth went to the 96 of Slade Parsons. Sixth was the 44 of Gary Schufield. Seventh went to the 31G of Stephen Padula. Eighth was the 35 of Michael Altabelli. Ninth went to the 11L of Troy Loomis. And round out your top 10 was the 84 of Ryan Toole.
And then we go into the quality pre-owned super stock 4-cylinders. And it was the 98 machine of Enzo Dillon picking up the win. The 49 of Brad Ham was second. Third went to the 118 of Patrick Arch. Patrick Arch. Fourth going to the 14 of Jason Horn. Fifth going to the 12 of Cody Smith. Sixth was the 112 of Greg Brew. Austin Bottoms in the 47A was seventh. Eighth goes to the 03B of Damian Bryant. Ninth is the 69D of Dawson May. And right out your top 10 was the one of Cody Wilson.
Then we'll move into your Carolina Auto Parts Salvage Thunder V8. Feature win went to the 5 of Hunter Denny. Second went to the 4P of Tyler Pierce. Third was the 47 of Justin Kidd. Fourth went to the 44 of Jimmy Gray. Fifth was the 00 of Jerry McHale Jr. Sixth went to the 19 of Hunter Hobson. Seventh was the 27 of Joey Seward. Eighth went to the R5 of Braden Ray. Ninth was the 61 of Eric Hill. And round out your top 10 was the D82 of Gary Dillon.
Then we run into the 4 Boys Racing Supply late models, and it was the D8 of Dustin Mitchell picking up the win. The 21 of Michael Batten was second. The 06 of Christian Thomas was third. Fourth goes to Sweet Potato Express of the 23 of Michael Roush. Side Nelms Jr. in the 5 machine was fifth. The 18M of Bradley McCaskill was sixth. Robbie Emery in the 9E was seventh. Eighth going to Spencer Legan in the 18L machine. Ninth was the 52 of Timmy Mills, and round out the top 10 was the 23B of Matthew Bissett. And this picture is going to be wrong, but that's what they had up there.
Okay. Your Bryant's All-Around Services Sport Compact U-Car feature winner was the 98 of Jerry Johnson. Second went to the 11V of Tyler Vagan. Third was the 15 of Chris
Vansdale?
Vansdale. We'll go with that. Fourth was the 2 of Stephen Davis. Fifth went to the 66 of Mike Crickmore. Sixth was the 97 of Carlton Tony. Seventh was the 69 of Stephen Robinson. Eighth went to the 4 of Linwood Tyndall. Ninth was the 3 of Maggie Sledge. And 10th was the 68 of Donald Joyner.
What's the one you just done? That's the one you just done. Anyway, there you go. There's a 98 machine. Like I said, the pictures and when I printed them off didn't match. Okay, so the other one's the one that didn't have one. Tidewater Energy Pure Stock 4-cylinders. It was a 4K of Christian Hopkins picking up the win. The 17L of Lee Hardy was second. Third went to the 77 machine of Chris Dunn. Michael Ross in the 32 was fourth. Bradley Knox in the 1 machine was fifth. Sixth went to the 9 of Trent Moore. Chris Vestal in the 34 was seventh. Eighth goes to the 12M of Randy Melton. Ninth was Cole Langley in the 29 machine. And remember, that's your top 10 for your pure stock 4-cylinders was Jesse Griffin in the 93 machine. And that will round out all the results for the 29th and 30th, 29th through the 31st weekend. Too much going on. Of course, I do not have pictures for this week's winners, but we do have Carolina's results and Natural Bridge. Yeah, Natural Bridge. So Carolina ran Friday night. I guess we can do that in first. Because the first race up was a street stock main event, and it was a 1-point difference between Billy Thompson and Caleb McLaughlin going into the final points night. And, of course, Batman Billy Thompson picking up the points championship. And I didn't think Caleb run that good. That does say main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hate race monitor results. I got Brian Carswell as the winner. The 88 of Billy Thompson was second. Third was Caleb McLaughlin. Landon Tetherow was fourth. Randy Benfield fifth. Tyler Hyatt was sixth. Seventh went to Kelly Fector. Eighth went to Zach Griggs. Ninth went to Dale McKenzie. And rounding out top 10 was Brett Hodges.
Your Crown Vic feature winner went to the 8 of Jamie Major. Second was the 12 of Daniel Holcomb. Third went to the 0 of TJ Slack. Fourth was the 3 of Justin Truitt. Fifth went to the D2 of Chad Mack. Sixth was the R2 of Drew Banks. Seventh was the 12M of Ricky Martin. Eighth went to the K9 of James Duckworth. Ninth was the 32 of James Hilton. And then at your top 10 was the 1 of Daryl Jordan.
And then we roll into the Hornets main event. It was Willie Fowler in the 78 machine picking up the win. The 417 of Shannon Barnhill was second. Third went to 33D of Anthony Dallas. Fourth was the infamous Data Unavailable. And the 11T of Tucker Quinn was fifth. He took my paper away from me while I was reading it.
My bad.
We'll call it something.
Your Carolina Sprint Tour main event. Your feature winner was the 01 of Jaden Bowling. Second went to the 28 of Nick Tucker. Third was the 48G of George Lux. Fourth was the 34 of Caleb Kozad. Fifth was the 29J of Jeff Oliver. Sixth was the 15 of Derek Treese. Seventh was the 21B of Brandon McLean. Oh, I ain't going to pronounce this one. Eighth was the 38 of Tyler. What?
Or the Zowski. Yeah, that's it. Huh?
Tyler was eight.
Tyler was 8. Ninth was the 9C of Trevor. I don't know how to pronounce that either. Gotch, I guess. And 10th was the 75 of Robert Tyler. Yeah, I ain't never.
I don't know how you end up with the hard ones. It always works out that way. It's fun.
I ain't
It's
English
funny.
Major either, nor do I care. Sorry.
Renegade Sportsman. It was the S1 of Brian Sipe picking up the win. John James in 87 machine was second. Third was the 4 machine of Jonathan Henson. The 73T of Stephen Tetherow was fourth. John Klein in the 69 was fifth. Sixth going to 69A of Adrian Bentley. Carl Maury in the 2 machine was seventh. Eighth going to the 40B of TJ Boland. Ninth was the V8 of Billy Milstead. And round out your top 10 was the 17J of Jace Saucer.
Then your Pro 4 main event went to the number 7 of Patrick Annis. Second went to the 01 of Cody Verbos. Third was the 97 of Eric Oliphant. Fourth went to the 9 of James Brannon. Fifth was the 44 of Janet Ham. And rounding out the 6 car field was the 3T of Damian Thompson.
Then we go to Thunder Bombers main event. It was the 3T15 of Dustin Thompson picking up the win. Second going to Tyler Morgan in the 1 machine. Ronnie Pinson in the 33 was third. Fourth going to 75 EC of James Carpenter. Fifth was the 40 of Todd Boland. Sixth was the 28 machine of Colby Waits. Chad Mack in the 12 was seventh. And rounding out your 8 car field was Jason Navy in the X3 machine.
Then we'll roll into Natural Bridge.
Natural Bridge.
Your street stock feature was the 81 of Neil Murray. Second went to the 25 of Dylan Thompson. Third was the 282 of Chris Cordell. Fourth went to the 22 of Ben Hamilton. Fifth was the 23 of Howard Hall. Sixth went to the 50 of Keith Hearing. Seventh was the 34C of Michael Simmons. Eighth went to the 97 of Earl Brooks Jr. Ninth was the 41 of Lees Honecker. And round out your top 10 was the 55 of Kyle Bray.
And then we roll into the rookies, and it was Owen Drury in the 111 machine picking up the win. Second going to the 18 machine of Caden Cunningham. Caleb Glassford in the 15 machine was third, and fourth was Missing Data.
Your 602 late model feature winner went to the 2 of Wyatt Coffee. Second was the 00 of Kendall Tucker. Third went to Chop Saw the 99 Matt Duggins. Fourth was the 4 of Bryce Smith. Fifth went to the 10H of Stephen Harrison. Sixth went to the 21 of Devin Baher. Seventh was the 11 of Tim Stallnacker. Eighth went to the 20 of Ryan LaRue. Ninth was the 65 of John Jennings. And round out your top 10, it was the 22 of Samuel Hamilton.
Then we're going to roll out for the late models, and it was a 2W of Justin Williams picking up the win. Tyler Berry in the 00 machine was second. Joe Lavelle in the 8 machine was third. Larry Ramsey in the 90 was fourth. Jack Brown in the 26 machine was fifth. Sixth going to the 15 of Derek Ayers. Seventh going to the 82 of Roger Robinson Jr. Sean Walker in the 18 was eighth. Ninth going to the 71 of Buck Roadcap. And right at your top 10 was Bobby Ayers in the 47 machine.
Then to round out the night at Natural Bridge Speedway, went to the Stock 4 feature winner. Was the 8 of Wesley Givens. Second went to the 97 of Gary Smith. Third was the 41 of Matthew Worrell. Fourth went to the 22 of Chris Patrick. Fifth was the 2 of Donald Kazee. Sixth went to the 28 of Calf Gibson.
Calif Gibson.
Seventh was the 78 of Scott Early. Eighth was the 21 of Justin Groom. And ninth was the infamous Missing Data.
Missing Data was in every race at Natural Bridge, it looks like.
Data is at every race, everywhere.
Everywhere. I do have some upcoming event stuff that I had ready for last week. This week's I don't, because dealing with family emergency stuff, I didn't get to put all that together. But I will show what I do have, and we'll talk about some of the other ones. Arat has put on a race for Saturday this week. They've added a race on Saturday. Whitful, their rescheduled Carolina Sprint Tour will be this weekend on Saturday night. Carolina Speedway Friday and Saturday night.
With open practice Thursday.
And open practice on Thursday, that's correct. Is the Street Stock Battle Royal. 3,000 win Street Stocks. It will be a Mid-East Street Stock points event. 2,500 for Renegade Sportsman, 2,000 for Thunder Bomber. Mid-East Modified Tour will be there on Saturday night, and it will be a Road to Charlotte provisional race for the Mid-East Modified Tour. I think he's got 2 up for grabs at Carolina now. There's a chance of getting 2 provisionals based on how you finish in the race. If everybody in front of you makes the show, you're automatically in, and then the other one will be everybody who is there will be put in a hat and draw for a provisional if they don't make the race, is my understanding. We'll wait on that one. Also, Harris is hosting the CT 525 Nationals along with the American Racer 525 Modifieds in their regular events. I think it is a Friday and Saturday show as well. I'm assuming Natural Bridge is racing this weekend.
I think so.
Like I said, I didn't get to go in there and look.
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
I'm impressed that you don't know. You will be at Carolina
Tomorrow and Saturday.
So you're going for open practice? No, I was going to have open practice Friday night after the race for modifieds. Trying to think if there's anything else coming up this weekend that I know about for sure. Like I said, everybody heard the news of Oak Level Raceway. Their special use permit denial has been overturned due to some facts coming into play that it still had a business permit to run. So it will be coming back March of 2026 per Bo Miller. 2 weeks from today, 2 weeks from this, well, a week from this weekend, I guess, a week from Saturday, will be the Crate American Bash 10,000 win street stock event at Sumter Speedway, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. 18th will be practice. Friday the 19th will be qualifying and heat races. And then, of course, 20th will be the feature for 10,000 to win. Also on the 20th will be a 3,000 to win Rick Hendrick City Chevrolet Mid-East 525 late model event. So that is coming up very soon. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot other racetrack stuff put up there because I haven't heard anything because I've been kind of preoccupied. Like I said, they've been Cambridge was at Eldora last week. Of course, Bobby Kohler and Ricky Thornton Jr. bringing home the World 100 to Mount Airy. So, congratulations to them. Who finished second? Dale McDowell, yeah, because that's right. I wanted Dale McDowell to win it. No, nothing against Cole. He's been trying a long time and hadn't got one.
Yeah, he has.
He got World 100? Yeah. I thought he said he hadn't got one.
Yeah, he got one.
I thought he said he didn't have one.
He won the Dream in 2017 or 2018, and he won the World 100 in 2005. He's won both. He just wants another.
Well, who won?
I don't know.
It's the crown jewel.
It is the biggest one.
Like I said, not a whole lot being said and commented on. And if it is, I can't see it coming through. But that's all I have for this week. Like I said, I will be at Carolina Friday and Saturday. Then I will be at Sumter Friday and Saturday the following week. Where y'all going next week?
Nowhere.
Nowhere?
I don't think. Plans do change.
Imagine that. So that is all we got for this week's episode. Hopefully we can be back on a regular schedule here soon. Sorry the video quality is not great again. You want to see it? Is it up there?
Well, all right. Change it next week.
So hopefully we'll try to do something different.
Change brand next week.
But whatever you do this weekend, support your local racetrack, wherever it may be. I don't know if County Line might be back race. They race every week of the week. Is that what they're doing? Not sure. That's one of your favorite places to go. And you don't know.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
But all right, that's all we got for this week. Thank y'all for watching. Remember, guys, if you're not at a dirt track, it's your own asphalt.
Sweatshirts, monograms. Go check out sweatshirts, monograms. Go check out Tangent Gannett, Too Fast for You Embroidery. She'll take care of all your embroidery needs. Located on K School Road in